As you can see, I have just 3 stitches left here. So I'm going to knit 2 together. And I've got this last stitch. And then I'm just going to clip this yarn. I'm going to knit these last 2 stitches together. And then I just sort of have 1 stitch left. So I'm just going to pull that yarn through, knit it once to really secure that thread. And what we've got is 1 bunny ear, which when we shape it, as you can see, is really going to stand up nicely. But now what we have to do, of course, is knit the other bunny ear, which is still here. So, I'm going to take off these stitches and stick them from one of the double pointed needles. Okay, we have the 24 stitches in this up with the double pointed needle, but we don't have any yarn to knit with. So we have to take the yarn that we cut off. And when you have a really fuzzy hat like this, it's easy, just any old way you can sort of weave this in. There's all sorts of ways to do it. Usually I'm sure there's some professional way you would, weave this in with a needle. And that's what I would do with a hat like this, where it may show a little more. But with this thing, any old way I can get it. Now if you remember, we're going to knit 2 stitches together, because we're going to decrease this down to 12 stitches for the ears. So I'm just going to mess around with this a little bit. And I'm actually going to use the tail. Loop it around there. It's not really going to show when it's done, because this part of the ear is going to be really smushed up. So we've got that in there, and we're just going to do now on this side what we did on the other side, which is first row, knit 2 stitches together to get down to 12, or whatever number, because these, number of stitches is not written in stone. It's whatever size you need to do to make your hat. And then 8 to 10 rows, and then decrease by knitting the first 2 of each row together until you're down to just 1 stitch. And then we're going to shape the ears. Okay, at this point, hopefully you've got 2 bunny ears all ready to go. And I still got the tails are mine. So I'm going to clip that off. So it'll stay nice. And this is sort of the artistic part. What you're going to need is some yarn, or one of these big needles. And it's pretty much however you want to shape the ear. I kind of like to do a W shape, where it's sort of bending in like this. Okay, but you can also just bend it like this if you want a really pointy ear. Whatever you like. I just kind of like this W shape. And sort of smush it in there. Okay. Get your needle and just sort of sew that together. Okay, now you need to sew the other ear. So I'm also going to do the same W shape. Give a little tweaking there. And I'm going to bring it over. And you want to get these oriented towards the front. So, I suppose if you wanted to, you could make them face sideways like that. And it would be equally cute little hat. I kind of like mine facing the front. So, shape the ear. get that needle in right at the bottom. And get it how I want it to be. See, I'm going to just sort of shape like that. Okay, now you're going to have a little bit of a hole here in the back. So you're going to want to sort of sew that down too. So I'm going to go all the way through the ears again. I want them really secure and shaped just as I want them. And then I'm going to run a little bit in the back here. Just going to get that hole closed up. Check on those ears. Make sure they're exactly like I want them. Maybe sew through again. It's just sort of messing around with them and getting them as you like it. And that looks pretty good to me. And it's very, very secure. So I'm just going to tie it off here in the back. And this is such an exceptionally soft hat. You won't believe it. You add in a little Moda Dream. It's going to feel really, really good. Okay, cut that off. And in no time at all, you have a cute little bunny hat. So I hope you enjoyed learning to make the bunny hat, hair modeled by a bunny. I really enjoy making kids' hats, though they can easily be made into adult sizes. Here's another one of my hats, the octopus hat. And I hope to do a video on how to make this soon. Thanks for watching.